Hi, I'm k.choi. Welcome to my channel. Please excuse the hair. I'm having a really bad hair day. I'm not a vegan, but I love to cook like one, so you are joining me in the kitchen today and we're going to be making some chili and cornbread. I've already prepped all of the ingredients here to my left because I know you didn't come here to watch me chop vegetables. You came here to see how to make this chili, so let's start. For the chili, you can use whatever spices you want, but I have here a basil and oregano seasoning mix, some ground cumin, and some paprika. And I think the cumin is probably the most important to get that chili flavor. Diced onion and minced garlic. This is frozen minced garlic, but you can obviously use fresh garlic. The base is going to be made of some crushed tomatoes as well as some fresh tomatoes that I roughly chopped. We're gonna load this chili with a lot of veggies, so we have some carrots. These are 2 medium-sized carrots, 2 stalks of celery, 1 green bell pepper, rinsed kidney beans, black beans, and corn, which I bought canned, but you can get frozen. You can make it yourself, but just adjust accordingly. 1 serrano pepper for some spice, but I took out the seeds. And to top the chili later on, I have some red onions and some green onions. I've started out by heating up some oil on medium heat, and now I'm going to add the onions and garlic. I'm also going to add the spices at this point, so here we have some cumin. Going to be quite generous with it. Paprika, the basil, and oregano seasoning. I learned from watching Lauren Toyota's videos on Hopper Food to cook your spices to really let the flavors come out. So now that the onions have cooked for a little bit, let's add the carrot, bell pepper. Now that these veggies are coated in the spices, I'm going to add the fresh tomato, serrano. Cook that around for a little bit. The tomato is helping to get all of those spices off of the bottom of the pot. Now that the skin is kind of starting to come off, I'm going to add the tomato sauce. I brought up the heat. It's boiling now. I'm going to add the celery, as well as the beans and the corn. Let's stir this through, and then I'm going to bring the heat down, cover it, and let it simmer. I apologize, but I'm gonna have to keep the fan running on in the background. I hope you can still hear me okay. While the chili is simmering, we're gonna make the cornbread. I'm just using this cornbread mix to just make life easier. And it happens to be gluten-free, but the only reason I got the gluten-free one is because the other one in the ingredients had milk, but this one does not. I am just using the directions right here to make the cornbread. Instead of milk, I'm going to be using almond milk. Instead of 2 eggs, I'm going to be using 2 flax eggs. Instead of butter, it says you can use vegetable oil, so I just have some corn oil here. Packaging says you need the whole package of the mix. 1.5 cups of milk, 2 eggs, or in this case, 2 flax eggs, and then half a cup of butter. You could use vegan butter or oil, and mix. I heard that with cornbread, you don't want to overmix, so I think just once all of the ingredients have binded together, then it will be ready. This is what I've ended up with, and I'm going to put this in a baking pan now. I've tried my best to evenly spread the batter into the pan. It's a bit thicker than I'm used to for cornbread, so we'll see how it turns out. And this pan is probably, what, like 8 by 12 inches or so? I've taste tested the chili. It's basically ready whenever the vegetables are cooked through and soft. The celery is still a little bit crunchy, so I'm going to keep cooking it. But basically, the longer that you keep cooking it, the more the flavors are going to come out and taste good, so there isn't really a specific time limit on this. It is tasting a bit bland though. The beans and the corn that I got had no salt added, and I didn't actually add any salt, minus whatever was in the canned tomatoes. So I'm going to add some garlic salt, and I'm also going to add some black pepper. I used to make this so often in college because it's so easy to just throw everything in the pot and forget about it. Let's try it. My friend actually taught me to make this when we were studying abroad together in Bristol. She just told me you just need some tomato base and then whatever veggies and beans you want. And obviously you can add meat if you want to have ground beef or something in there. And then to top it, you can also use sour cream, cheese, whether it's vegan or non-vegan, homemade or store-bought. There are so many different options for this. I'm gonna try it with the cornbread now. This is the first time I've used this cornbread mix. I usually use the Jiffy corn muffin mix. Let's see how this one tastes. It's not too sweet. I could honestly use a little bit more sugar, but I think it'll be great with the chili. Alright, I'm gonna finish eating my chili now. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know if you end up trying this recipe out. You can tag me on Instagram at kchoi or kchoi eats, and yeah, I would love to see it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!